Guys, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you won't miss out on any recipes. Hi everyone, welcome back to Island Vibe Cooking. In today's video, I am going to show you guys how to make homemade cinnamon rolls from scratch. And also, I want to remind you guys to give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it, because it helps me a lot to see what kind of video you guys really like. And also subscribe if you're watching us for the first time. We will love you to be a part of the family, so make sure you subscribe and share and comment down below what you want me to cook next on my next video. Let's begin. Okay guys, now we're going to begin. I am going to add my milk. It is warm milk. I will have the measurement down below. I am going to add my instant yeast. We're going to give it a quick stir. Next, I am adding my sugar in there. I am using 1 stick of butter, room temperature butter. And I am also using 2 eggs. And also about 1.5 tablespoons of vanilla. Now we're going to mix it all together. Next, I am going to add my flour a little bit at a time, and also I added a little bit of salt in the flour, just a tiny bit. I am going to add the flour until I add everything in the mix. I'm adding it a little bit at a time, and like I said, the measurement for this recipe will be in the description box. Make sure you check it out. Next, I am going to change the hook of the mixer. I am going to use a dough mixer. This is it right here. You can also use the one that I was using previously. It doesn't really make any difference. Now we're going to flour the surface where we're going to knead the dough. I am going to knead the dough for about 7 to 10 minutes. Okay, when I'm done, I am going to roll it into like a ball, and then I am going to use the same bowl that I was using. I am going to add some oil in there. I am using vegetable oil. Any oil is pretty much fine. You're not adding too much. Make sure you grease the bowl. Next, I am going to roll the dough in the grease, and then I am going to let it sit for about 1 hour. Cover it and put it somewhere dark and warm so the dough can be proof for about 1 hour or 1.5 hours if you like. Okay, this is the dough about 1 hour later. As you guys can see, it looks about 3 times bigger than it was before. I am basically going to press it down to get the air out of it, and then I am going to flour the surface and add the dough on there. Make sure you flour your rolling pin also. I am going to flat the dough, basically starting to form, prepping to form the cinnamon rolls. After you get your dough to like a long, well, basically like a triangular shape, I am going to use 1 stick of butter, room temperature. Again, it's very soft, very soft. I am going to basically spread it out on the dough. Next, I am going to use cinnamon powder and brown sugar. Basically, you mix it all together. Just this is cinnamon and brown sugar. Just want to make that very clear. I am going to spread that all over the butter. Okay, once you're done, this is how it looks. Now I am going to roll my dough. Okay, once you're done rolling your dough, I am going to cut them in equal parts. You can use a knife to cut them. You can also use a thread, which is what I use. I basically use the thread. I love that clip. This is how it looks once I was done cutting them. I'm going to cover it and let it proof again for 30 minutes. Bam, this is how it looks 30 minutes later. As you guys can see, they look bigger. Now I am going to use some melted butter to kind of grease the top. This is how you're gonna get that nice golden color. Now I am going to put them under the oven on 350 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes. Moving on, time to make the icing. This is powdered sugar. I am going to add a little bit of butter in there, stir it, and also I am going to use evaporated milk. You can also use whole milk if you like, but I didn't have any at the moment. I am using evaporated milk. You will get the same result. Okay, just stir it. You can add more sugar if you like. It depends on how many cinnamon rolls you're making, or if you like a lot of icing on your cinnamon rolls. Okay, this is basically how it looks once it's done. Once my cinnamon is nice and done, look at this. They look so pretty, guys. Let it sit for about 10 minutes to cool off, and then we're going to ice it. If you ice it while it's hot, basically the icing going to melt. It's just gonna melt. So make sure you let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes to kind of cool down a little bit, not all the way. Now the fun part is the icing. Let's go ice the cinnamon rolls, you guys. This is how they look, guys, once they're done. They're really soft and really good and sweet and very lots of cinnamon in there. It is really good. I just love cinnamon rolls, especially in the morning. Best way to eat them is warm them up for just a few seconds and eat them. They taste so good. It's really fluffy. And also I do have a bread video if you guys would like to learn how to make bread from scratch. I do have a video which I will link down below. Make sure you check it out. Also subscribe. Let me know your thoughts on this video, and don't forget to leave your comment down below on what you want me to cook next. And I will see you all on my next video very soon. Bye, guys.